Let's see. I think it's live on Twitch now, and YouTube should be any second. Just give it a couple of seconds. Let's go to a random map. Alright, welcome back, guys. On our quest, we are on our quest to find the best Bannerlord units and rank all of them. We're on round 1 of 8 of the sets, and then yeah, we're like battle 51. Right now we're on Chosen Wolves versus Sturgeon Hunters. So yeah, let's just jump into it. Chosen Wolf versus Sturgeon Hunters. See who pulls out on top here. All right, off the bat we got the wolves. Again, I like their armor. Very cool armor. Just a wolf pelt. They got a shield and a bow. The Sturgeon Hunters are bow troops as well, so it's a ranged match. We'll see who's the better archer here. Although they might have a terrain advantage, actually. They might luck out here. But yeah, Sturgeon Hunters, they're looking pretty set. No shield though, and I don't even know if I see any swords on them. They must have something, but I don't know if I see anything. Alright, they're traveling through the canyon there. Chosen Wolves are coming up on them. It's going to be close range because none of them have line of sight on each other yet. Oh, starting to get a little bit of line of sight. And first volley's off. I hear lots of hits on both sides. I don't really see anybody dead yet though. Oh, there. Just saw one drop over there. Yeah, they're pretty much just lining up and firing their bows right at each other. Very interesting. And the guy we were watching fell. It looks like the Sturgeon Hunters are actually taking heavy losses compared to the Chosen Wolves. Yeah. It looks like the Chosen Wolves have won. Just a couple Sturgeon Hunters left. Wow. And yeah, 199 to 19. Incredible. Chosen Wolves are way ahead on that one. So we're going to give that match to the Chosen Wolves. And move on to Expert Elephtoroids versus Sturgeon Recruits. Now, I don't remember where the Elephtoroids were. Sturgeon Recruits, obviously, are just like probably the first infantry unit, I think. So yeah, Sturgeon Recruits. So they're just the base infantry. And then it's Expert Elephtoroids. I don't know what they are exactly. I'm assuming they're some kind of soldier and not a bandit. But yeah, let's look for the word Elephtoroid in here. Maybe we'll see them. Elephtoroid. I don't even know if I'm saying that word correctly. I've not seen that word very many times in my life. Elephtoroid. Oh, we got Recruit Elephtoroids. Expert Elephtoroid. Okay, and they're a horse unit. So yeah, Expert Elephtoroids versus Sturgeon Recruits. Let's swap the map and let's go with fall and let's go with afternoon this time, just to shake things up a little bit, give it a little bit more visual depth. Ooh, yeah, this is nice and pretty. All right, let's follow in the Elephtoroids. This map is very terrainy, so they're gonna have a tough time getting that charge in on any foes. They're not moving very quickly either. See a couple of them. Oh, one of them went up here. All right, let's see. Half the battle's gonna happen up here while some of the troops are in the river. Good initial charge. I'm seeing some kills, but nothing crazy. It's not killing them immediately or anything like that. Although I don't know how the Sturgeon recruits are really going to fare against the Eleftheroids, if they're going to get many kills at all. Lots of chaos. I'm seeing mostly recruit bodies, I think. Although I am seeing a couple of Eleftheroids on the ground, and I'm seeing a couple of horses without riders around. But it's a pretty chaotic line. Everybody's kind of just grouped in, stabbing each other whichever way they can find. It's not clear one way or the other yet, but I'm thinking the Eleftheroids will just win because they have horses and long sticks. That's usually how it goes. The Eleftheroids seem to die whenever they get knocked off their horses pretty easily, though. They're not very incredulous melee fighters. It's actually a lot more drawn out of a battle than I thought it would be. No crazy moves happening or anything, just a lot of stabbing in this one. And it looks like the recruits are running now. They're retreating, leaving the Eleftheroids out there to clean them up. Let's see the results. 164 to 118. Definitely in the margin of error, so we're gonna do round 2 on that one. Even though I do think the Eleftheroids are gonna win, we have to give it to the recruits to try to tie things up. This is a lot more wide open of a map this time, so honestly, the Eleftheroids will probably have more of an advantage on this map. Let's watch from the Sturgeon recruits' perspective this time. The Eleftheroids aren't very fast, and for some reason they're not charging head on. It seems they're kind of trying to flank around. And we got a hit. Much more of a line this time, but I feel like that's going to dissolve pretty quickly as the Eleftheroids flank around. Yeah, the ones that are charging back in seem to be getting a line of sight on the troops that they're trying to kill and actually getting a shot on them. Although I am definitely seeing Eleftheroids dying. So they're not like a clear advantage even on the open field. Honestly, they seem to be a pretty weak cavalry troop at this point. If they can't beat the Sturgeon recruits. Not that the Sturgeon recruits are terrible by any means. They're probably one of the better recruits, I'd imagine. But oh, they actually pulled ahead on the open map. The Sturgeon recruits won. That's very interesting. I thought the cavalry would have a clear advantage there, but nope. 37 to 156. Wow, what a difference. All right, I guess we're going into a tiebreaker round. Who knew? All right, we got the Eleftheroids again. This map's pretty open again. There is some tree coverage on the sides, but I think most of the battle should happen out in the open here. Looks like the recruits are not heading straight for us, but rather they're heading for like high ground maybe. Oh, they're lining up. Should be an interesting fight again. Just straight up in formation. And probably one of the worst formations they could have chosen for fighting cavalry troops. They gave the horses clear path to cut through them. And now they're going to be getting hit from the backside. So they either have to turn around or get struck on the backside. Yeah, I see a lot of dead recruits that time on the first charge. Not seeing a crazy amount of dead Eleftheroids. I see a couple, but nothing crazy. This fight's a lot more spread out, which I think is going to benefit the Eleftheroids. But again, last time I was surprised, open ground, and the recruits bunched up and killed all the Eleftheroids. I can kind of see that happening here, where they're getting more men on one horseman. I just saw one fall there. But I don't know if it'll be enough, given that initial charge probably cut them down quite a bit. This battle's very hard to follow. It's just pure chaos. You got guys dying on either side, left and right. No clear lines. No clear tactics. Pardon, Adam? But yeah, this time the Eleftheroids seem to have taken the lead for some reason. And the recruits are running, so I guess, I don't know, it's quite the interesting fight. I mean, 170-ish to 60. So the Eleftheroids won. Very interesting fight. Very interesting indeed. Alright, I'm just gonna grab my water quick. Alright, next up we have the Expert Foresters versus the Sturgian Shock Troops. Let's, we're gonna have to find the Foresters. The Sturgian Shock Troops should be pretty easy to find. I think they're just infantry. Sturgian. We have Shock Troops. Line Breaker. I feel like I'm blind tonight. Sturgian Shock Troops. Let's find them. I do know they renamed some units, so that some units just don't exist anymore, and I typed them up. Sturgian Shock. Yeah, these ones are some of the ones that must have got rebranded into something else. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to skip this round, and we'll give it to the Expert Forester. But does the Expert Forester even exist? I feel like I've never really seen that one either. Yeah, it does. All right. Expert Forester is going to take that round because we couldn't find the Shock Troop. I am going to do one quick overlook of all the units, because sometimes you can just find the units in the back end here. But we'll just look for Sturgia on the list and look for Shock Troops. Sturgian. Yeah, I don't see Sturgian Shock Troops, so we're gonna move on. So Expert Guardian versus Sturgian Soldier. Sturgia Soldier. I feel like that's a weird name for them, but yeah, that makes sense. Okay. We got the Sturgian Soldier, and they're against the Expert Guardian, which I'm gonna look them up too. Do they not exist either? What is going on here? Let's do a quick look through if we see Expert or anything. Squishing me. Let's see how it is. Yeah, I don't see. What was it? Expert Guardian? I don't see Expert Guardian anywhere in here. It's hard to hear me over the reward sound effects. Oh, okay. Just the boos, right? That's okay, Adam. Actually, I was considering switching over to Meld. I don't know if you've heard of it. So I've been kind of redoing some of the filters and stuff. The boos and the nuke, yeah. That makes sense though. They're kind of loud. Expert. I don't even see. Yeah, expert forester, but that's not it. So we're gonna give that to the Sturgian soldier. Wow, we're going through quick because we can't find any of these. Okay, expert oath keeper versus Sturgian spearman. Let's make sure the expert oath keeper exists. Considering we haven't found any. Yeah, the expert oath keeper doesn't even come up either. They must have renamed a bunch of troops. So we'll just straight up give that to the spearman. I'm pretty sure they exist. Forest bandit versus Sturgian Ulf Hednar. What? Is that a troop? Sturgian Ulf. Yeah, what is... They must have... Some of them must have got renamed or something. Okay, so we're gonna give that to Forest Bandit. Some of these troops don't exist anymore. Freebooter versus Sturgian Veteran Bowman. I'm pretty sure I've seen freebooters for sure, so let's hop in here and make sure they're here. I think they're just they're either Forest Bandits or regular bandits. So we will freebooter, yeah. So we got freebooters here. And they're against Sturgian Veteran Bowman. Easy to find. Sturgian Veteran Bowman. So yeah, two different bow troops. These guys have like a nice longbow, so it'll be interesting to see if they are similar to the Fians. So Fians are absolute gods. But yeah, these guys have pretty good armor. These guys don't really have insane armor. I mean, they seem to have some like leather-esque armor, so that might actually do something, but I don't know if it'll be enough against these guys. But yeah, let's find out who's gonna win in here. Yeah, sorry Adam, it's a little quiet tonight. Never know though, people might pop in. Okay, we got the freebooters coming in. See how they fare against the Sturgians. Sturgians are sending in their volley a lot sooner. So that's always an advantage when you start firing and trying to be first. Oh, this guy took an arrow. Don't know why they're not firing. They seem to not want to fire. So I'm thinking that the Sturgians are just going to take it on the fact that the freebooters hardly even got a shot off before a bunch of them died. Losing that number advantage early. And the Sturgian Veteran Bowmen are kind of moving in, and seems like if it comes down to melee, like they're definitely heavier armored. Oh, maybe never mind. Yeah, it seems like the freebooters got cleaned up in the middle, and now the Sturgians are chasing them out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It seems like the remainder of the freebooters are running away. That's a match. So yeah, 51 to 160 ongoing. So we're gonna give that to Sturgian Veteran Bowman. You drove in an empty parking lot with your dad today, Adam? That's cool. Yeah, I mean, parking's definitely necessary though. Like, you need to learn that. You can't just like hit stuff. All right, we got Gilman versus Sturgian Veteran Warrior. So let's find them. Sturgian Veteran Warrior. Got the Warrior there. Let's find Veteran Warrior. Veteran Bowman. Where's the Veteran Warrior? Do they not exist anymore? Sturgian Veteran. Oh. Seem to not exist, so we're gonna give that to Gilman. Moving on. Gulam versus Sturgian Warrior. We saw the Sturgian Warrior a second ago, so give him that. And Gilman. I think they're one of the rare, I think they're Darshi. Gilman, yeah, they're like the top of the Darshi tree. So yeah, we got Gilman versus Sturgian warriors. I think my money's on the Gilman, but we'll have to see. They're not much more armed, but they're top of their tree. So Gilman versus Sturgian warrior. Let's find out who wins. All right, we're starting off with the Gilman. These guys are a little bit quicker than the last horse troops we did. Although, the one thing the cavalry struggles with is forests, so they gotta ride a little slower through here. And they're not gonna quite... I mean, some of these guys are getting a good charge on the line. Good first hit on the line, some of them punching through right away. And it seems like the Gilman are actually getting quite a bit of flanking on the Sturgians. Sturgians are holding their own, but I am seeing a lot of Sturgians dead, but I'm also seeing a lot of horses without riders, actually. So the Gilman might be dying quicker than the Sturgian soldiers. It's hard to tell. Let's get a little bit more of a close-up. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Gilman go down, actually. And, wow, the Gilman seems to have been completely wiped out. So, yeah, that's a victory straight for the Sturgian warriors. That's 154 to 23. Insane. Gilman kind of suck. Sturgian warriors. Give it to them. Wait, it says Gulam. Did I do that wrong? Gulam. Is that a different unit? Oh. I did that battle wrong. Okay, we're gonna take that score back. It's actually Gulam. Gulam are heavier. Okay, well, and they're on camels, so we'll do it again. So we got Gulam versus Sturgian warriors. Give them a different fight. Alright. Let's see them traveling in on their camels. Imagine doing a camel charge. That'd be fun. Coming in over the hill. Bubba, how's it going? What's good? Camels? Camels are realistic. What do you mean? Alright, they're coming in on the Sturgian soldiers. The Sturgian soldiers are taking the hill, so that's good for them. But with the camels, we'll see. Some of them are getting hit pretty good. Yeah, there's such thing as war camels, Adam. And yeah, a lot of them are getting slammed. I'm not seeing a crazy amount of camels, if any, without a rider. So these guys are definitely holding up a lot better than the other guys. Oh, that guy just got stabbed, but he's still alive. Not for long, though, I think. I'm seeing a couple of dead camels in the rubble here, but it seems like the camels are dying quicker than the riders. The Sturgians are pushing back for sure. I just see a lot of camel riders stabbing in there though, and I'm pretty sure they're getting kills. Yeah, it looks like the Sturgians are getting mopped up. Well, they still have a little bit of a line, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough to take out the remainder of the camels. They're forming a little bit of a shield wall here. And it looks like the remainders are retreating. Actually, a lot of them are already retreated, but yeah, that's it. And a lot of the camels actually died, but their riders stayed alive, interestingly. Usually it's the mounts that stay alive. Yeah, 175, 174, 175. Okay, go off. 178 to 13, so it actually goes to the Ghoulims. So I'm glad we figured that out, because that would have messed up our results. Next up is Guardian Recruits versus Sturgian Warrior Son. Now, Guardian Recruits, I gotta make sure they're real. Guardian, yeah, I don't see any Guardian Recruits. So I don't know where that unit came from, but it's not existent. So we're gonna give it to Sturgian Warrior Son. I'm pretty sure a thing. Let's look. Sturgian Warrior. Oh. Son. They don't exist either. So this match is completely non-existent. So we'll give them negative. I'm gonna start giving negative points to the ones that don't exist so that we can keep track and know to skip over them in the next round. But yeah, Hastati versus Sturgian Woodsman should definitely be an interesting fight, as long as they didn't change the Hastati. Okay, we do have the Hastati still. They're in their own little tree, but I think they're Empire culture, so they still come up. Oh, Hastati, perfect. So we got the Hastati versus the Sturgian Woodsman, which I believe are archers. Maybe not. Sturgian Woodsman. Swordsman. Do they not exist either? Oh my god. I'm gonna lose my mind tonight. Woods. No, they exist. They're infantry troops. They should pop up. Sturgian Woodsman. Oh, there they are. Okay, we got the Sturgian Woodsman versus the Hastati. Actually very similar troops. Oh, they pretty much have the same kit, just these guys don't have a shield. So it should be an interesting fight. Yo, Souls, how's it going, man? You'll kidnap Bubba and take him to Twitch? Oh, maybe. Bubba would probably go to Twitch if you wanted him to. But I need more watch time on YouTube, so. Yo, Patrick, how's it going? Alright, guys, we're gonna do Hastati versus Sturgian Woodsman. Let's go. See how it goes. Alright, Hastati's moving up. Oh, this map is very swampy, so should be interesting for the foot troops. It's not like, you know, there's any horses that need to maneuver or anything and it gives them an advantage or something. It's pretty much just guys hucking spears at each other, hucking, what are they, javelins. Adam, some of them got renamed over the years. This game's been out since 2020, I believe. So, yeah, some of them got renamed into other things, or got removed. But it was actually really hard to find a list of all the units in Bannerlord. So I had some clerical errors along the way. But here we go. We're gonna have the first javelin tosses coming in. The Hastati are playing the more aggressive role here, with the woodsman playing back. I feel like the Hastati, they're pulling shield wall. Oh, we got a death. Look at all the look at all the javelins coming in. Wow. It's not taking out very many of them. There is quite a few that died, but I don't think it'll be enough, and I think that the Hastati are definitely going to have the better melee. So yeah, they're coming in. They have a nice line formed. Although the flanks seem to be heavily favoring the woodsmen because they spread out more. So we kind of have a split battle. This battle looks like it's going to be the main one. Let's see how they fare. If one side or the other loses, they can support the other. So, but it does seem like it's a pretty close match, actually. The woodsmen seem like they actually have an edge because they're finishing up on this side, and now, yeah, they won against the Hastati, it seems. That's it. The Hastati are retreating, the remainders of them. So we've got the Hastati at 135 and the Sturgian Woodsman at 189. So that's within margin of error. So we're gonna go again, and we're gonna do Hastati versus Sturgian Woodsman round 2, with the match point going to Sturgian Woodsman. So if they win again, then they get match point. I thought I switched the map, but this seems to be the exact same map. They might actually play the same way. Let's see how they react. The map's actually maybe slightly different. I don't know. It's very similar. But oh no, the woodsmen are running back. Kind of taking up the same formation as last time. Let's watch from their perspective then. The Hastati are the brave ones crossing the swamp, but the Sturgian Woodsmen are lying in wait with their javelins ready to go. Hastati slowly crossing the swamp. They're approaching at a little bit more of an angle this time, it appears. And maybe their line seems wider, but I could be mistaken because we're watching from this perspective this time. But yeah, the javelins are about to be thrown. Let's watch from up here. Tons of javelins getting thrown. And unfortunately for the Hastati, definitely hurts them a lot. Interestingly, the Hastati decide not to throw their javelins back, it seems. Although, like, I feel like they should be trying to clear out at least some of the units with their javelins. And again, the flanks are each getting focused on, with the middle being kind of looser. The Hastati lines definitely look cleaner, but I think that the woodsmen just kind of overwhelm them. They get around them and start hitting them from multiple sides. Yeah, this flank is pretty much completely collapsed. This flank has the same story, and it looks like there's more of the fighting in the middle. But again, it seems that the Hastati have been completely surrounded and are being systematically destroyed. And yep, that's that. So if you guys were wondering, the woodsmen are the superior troop. 194 to 128. Sturgian Woodsmen. It's 2-0. Sturgian Woodsmen. Alright, next up, Hidden Hand versus Triari. Now I'm just gonna put the Triari on this side because they're basically the same troop, just upgraded. And Hidden Hand, I believe, still exist. Yes, Hidden Hand. They look like they might be a Vlandian troop, like a culture. Hidden Hand. Let's look through real quick here. No, I don't see. Just go through. I'm pretty sure they're, if I double check here, Hidden Hand are, yeah, they're a infantry soldier. So we'll find them here eventually. Britannia, Sturgia, Hidden Hand. No, they're definitely not Khuzait. They might be in here. Yeah, Hidden Hand. There we go. So they're Empire culture. So they're pretty basic, and they're up against the Triari, which I feel like are probably the superior unit, but I've been surprised before, so you never know. Let's hop right in. Starting on the side of the Triaris, these units look wicked, very Roman inspired. I mean, the Triari were actual units in the Roman Empire, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, they look absolutely sick. Cool shot. And they're coming up on the Hidden Hand troops. Now the Hidden Hand seemed like they had some throwing knives, so we'll definitely probably see them start to throw those in a couple of seconds here. And let's see if it has a massive impact on the line before the actual melee fighting begins. Here come the knives. Shields here seem to be blocking most of the hits. I don't think I heard a single yelp. And the lines are hitting. See how they form. Seems like Triari are doing most of the damage here, but some of them are going down. So it's not like they're completely unmatched. But yeah, the Hidden Hand retreated, and the Triari won that fairly easily. 167 to 31. That activates our Mercy Rule. Hidden Hand lose, Triari win. Triari get the point there. Alright, next up, Hidden Pawn versus Very Egg. Let's see, Hidden Pawn should be in the same tree. So there we go, Hidden Pawn. And they were against the Very Eggs, which I'm pretty sure they might be Vacan even, but I'm gonna look them up. They might be a bandit. Oh no, they're in the Sturgian like royalty tree. So let's pull it up. Let's get the Very Egg Vet, Very Egg. There we go. Trying to figure out what you're trying to get me to say, Adam. Alright, Very Egg versus Hidden Pawn. Let's see what happens. The Very Eggs are probably the stronger troop, though. That's who I'd place my money on, I think. They're pretty heavily armored. They're good at a shield wall, so they should be able to block any of the knives that the Hidden Pawn throw. No line of sight yet as they approach. Coming up the hill. I'm not saying it, I don't trust you. And oh well, yeah, that line of sight came up real quick on the hill. Starting to form into a shield line, but yeah, they're starting to rush now. Let's get a view. Yeah, the Very Eggs seem to be doing most of the killing here. Although I am seeing a couple of dead Very Eggs, but yeah, the Very Eggs pulling ahead here with the Hidden Pawns running away now. Oh, and they do have they have throwing axes. That's fun. I didn't even notice. Yeah, so any of the runners are getting hit in the back with an axe right now. It's like an axe throwing arena out here. But yeah, 174 to 50. So the Very Eggs win that round. Next up, Hillman versus Variag Veteran. So let's get the Variag Veteran. Even stronger. Versus Hillman. Let me check. Hillman. They're like the weakest Vlandian unit. So let's hop into Vlandia. Oh, maybe they're banded actually. Bandit, Hillman, no. What's going on here? Let's find it. Guard. I don't know where they are. Hillman. And maybe it's just a straight up bandit troop though. Because yeah, it goes down into Brigand. I feel like that's just straight up. Hillman. Sorry guys. One sec. Oh, there we go. Hillman. They're mountain bandits. Alright. Good luck. No shirt Hillman versus armed to the teeth Variag veterans. Let's find out what happens. And we're moving hella slow in the sand. It's gonna take them a while to get there. Let's go check on the Hillman while we're waiting for the Variags to even get close with all that armor on. Hillmen are moving a little bit quicker than the Variag veterans, but that's because they have absolutely no armor. I mean, they got like rags. Some of them don't even have rags; they're just bare-chested. Now they're jockeying for position. I think they're gonna try to take this hill and just hold here, but I feel like the Variags are just gonna cut right through them like butter. Here we go. This guy ran way ahead. I don't know how he got so far ahead, but he's gonna. Let's see how this fight goes. Oh, okay. Okay, we're going over here. I'm confused why he did that, but yeah, just weird things. Oh, half the Hillmen are over there. This is the weirdest jockeying of positions I've ever seen. Some of these Hillmen are coming in and just getting slaughtered. Oh, a Variag actually went down. I'm surprised. Got this fight out here. Clean fight, clean fight. Wow. Sword to the face, and they're just dipping on each other. These guys are fighting up. But yeah, it looks like the Variags are getting the majority of the kills here. Judging on that. Yeah, they're getting slaughtered out here, looks like. A lot of them running now. And here comes the axes. They save them for when they're running. Oh, we're not really getting many hits. Oh, there we go. There's a couple. And that's 166 to 16. Crazy. Crazy matchup with the Variag veterans coming out easily on top. Next up, Imperial Archers versus Veteran Eleftherois. We're going to have to find those again. Imperial Archers. Let's get the Imperials on this side. Imperial Archers. Just a classic archer unit. And they're against Veteran Eleftherois. Oops. We're just gonna do an all Veteran Eleftherois. Actually, let me. Oh, why isn't it letting me open it on this side? They're Empire horse units? Cavalry? Oh, here we go. Veteran Eleftherois. Alright. So yeah, let's see. Veteran Elethroi. Oh, wait, I did that wrong. I wasn't supposed to switch it. Versus Imperial Archer. We'll just switch Imperial to this side now. Yeah, versus Imperial Archers. So let's go. Let's see what happens here. The worst unit is probably the looters, Adam. They're like the basic like crap unit. Alright, let's see how these veteran Elephteroids do. The archers should start shooting if they're smart. There, we're getting some arrows. I don't know if it'll be enough though. And lots of stabbing going on. And if we look, it's kind of an even mix with, I think, the Eleptheroids coming out on top here. Yeah, the Eleptheroids turning around, coming back, hitting the archers from the back. The archers are getting some shots off here and there whenever they're left alone, but it seems for the most part that they're getting cut down. Although the archers, they're getting some kills melee-wise, which is funny. They're pulling them off the horses. And actually, it looks like they might actually pull ahead. The Eleptheroids are coming in and just getting killed at their own melee game. Spears are just like too long for them or something. They can't aim them. Looks like the Eleptheroids are retreating. Oh no, they're coming back in for another charge. Seems like there's definitely more Imperial archers left though. And we got the bows going. Some of them coming back. It's hard to tell if they're retreating or it looks like they're thinking about retreating and then they're like, ah no, let's go back and fight. This is actually getting down to the wire as a really close match. I was expecting it to go one way or the other, not ride the line this closely. Honestly, I think the archers are going to pull ahead though here. Oh, some of the archers are running. Are all the archers running now? That came down to the wire and then they just turned around and just started, decided to start running. Yeah, the Eleptheroids just kind of won by a thread. 174 to 169 with a bunch of 30 of them running. They actually like only had a couple more of them on the Imperial Archers. So we're going to go to the next round here. Give them a round 2 since it was so close. See how it goes. Oh, we're like bare desert this time. There's not even like a rock or anything. Crazy. Let's try to get somebody in the front. Nice sunny day on the sand dunes. And we're coming over the hill. I'm assuming the archers are just over here. And they're gonna start firing in. See how this charge does. We'll follow this unit for a while, see kind of how he does. These Elethroids barely moving though. It's going awfully slow. Tons of fighting happening up here. Again, like the Elethroids are going in, getting pulled off their horses. But there is enough of them coming back in and stabbing. At this point, it looks like the Elethroids lost more units, but honestly, it's really hard to tell. Because half of them like ride up over the top of the hill and then come back. And maybe they're retreating? Kind of looks like they're retreating. Wow, yeah. So that time the archers actually took it, 55 to 146. That's a head scratcher, isn't it? All right, we're going into a tiebreaker, round 3. Let's see what happens. This one has a river between them, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays into things, if all the fighting happens in and around the river, if that has an effect on anything. Honestly, seeing these Elethroids, they're not very fear-stricken units at this point. They can't even take on some baseline archers. And yeah, a lot of them are going down into the river. I don't know if that'll have a huge effect on the outcome. Lots of fighting, no clear winner coming out yet. Although I'm seeing a ton of horses heading that way. Yeah, let's see this guy. Yeah. Looks like the Elethroids might be fleeing. And yeah, they're fleeing. So the archers actually pulled ahead on that one. Imperial archers, better than veteran Elethroids. Who would have known? Give that to them. Next up, we have Imperial Bucellari versus veteran Foresters. So Imperial Bucellari, I think, are just regular. No, they're horse archers. Yeah, Imperial Bucellari. Pretty good looking troop. Nice armor. And they are against the veteran Foresters. I gotta remember. Veteran Foresters. Forget if they're a troop or if they're a bandit. Recruit Forester. Expert veteran. They're an archer, so they should come up in all archers. Oh, there we go. Veteran Foresters. They got that cool, can't tell if it's a bear pelt. It's supposed to be a bear pelt or what. But yeah, they got that cool headpiece. Hey, Duracell, how's it going? Also, Adam, Looter's Loot. I thought it was in the name, but, you know. Well, welcome back, Duracell. Appreciate you coming up. Blue Arts to the fucking 12. I remember Blue Arts. And yeah. Oh, you've evolved into a battery? That's fun. That's fun. Sorry, Adam. I'm trying to commentate because I'm cutting the battles into videos, so I don't want too much like commentary between stream. You know what I mean? Like if it's cut into a video, so I'm trying to like keep it on the in-between. But yeah, looters loot. They're just like the basic unit that you can fight in the game. They're very weak. They have like garden tools that they try and fight you with. As soon as you have any decent gear, you immediately win against them. Alright guys, we're going to do Imperial Bucellari now against Veteran Foresters. Let's find out how this plays out. Now this is a pretty open area, so the Bucellari should have an advantage here, but you never know. The Veteran Foresters could be surprisingly strong. Arrows are already coming in. Wow, Bucellari are definitely getting more rounds off, it seems. Oh, I've seen a couple of horses fly that way. And yeah, lots of shots coming in from the Bucellari. They're doing that classic horse archer encirclement, hitting them from many angles. And it does seem like the Veteran Foresters are getting wiped out pretty quickly. Yeah, they're dying left and right. Wow, look at all that dying. And the Veteran Foresters are running, the remainders of them. There's a couple left fighting, but it's not going to be long now. This is the last one. Oof. And that's it. The Imperial Bucellari have won 200-17. So we're going to give them that match right away. They're not support. They're like a bandit unit that you can go out and just kill. You don't really want them though, like in your army or anything like that. Why didn't you add nuke Caleb's House IRL reward? Oh, I'm working on it, but it's requiring me to get my hands on an ICBM, so stay tuned. All right, we got Imperial Cataphracts versus Veteran Guardians. Cataphracts they're good cavalry. Like, look at these guys. These guys are like the tanks of the battlefield. My head. I am squished. And we'll find Veteran Guardians. Let me double check. Oh, yeah, they're not even coming up. Oops. Alright. We're gonna give the Cataphract the win there. Do -1 on the Veteran Guardian. And yeah, we're gonna do Imperial Crossbowmen versus Veteran Oathkeepers now. Let's just double check that the Veteran Oath... What the heck, man? Alright. Oathkeepers don't exist either. Interesting. So we're going to give the Imperial Crossbowmen that point. Next up is the Imperial Elite Cataphract versus the Vlandian Banner Knight. Now this is a fight. This is a fight. This is a good fight. I'm excited for this one now. Imperial Elite Cataphract versus the Vlandian Banner Knights. These are like... yeah, these are each... They're the Empire top cavalry units against the Vlandian top cavalry units. So this is going to be a great fight. Should edit your YouTube videos instead of just raw footage. I don't... Maybe in the future, honestly, Adam. I can't do everything now. But if we get to a point where it's like sustainable, then I can spend more time editing it. But right now it's like, I'd rather upload than not upload. You know what I mean? Like, it's either I stream and upload, or I stream and edit and only release here and there, or I don't stream and I just make videos and then edit and upload, but I'd rather, yeah, stream and then upload on the side. So that's kind of why I'm doing that for now. But Nitro said he might do a couple of like edited shorts, and we'll see how they perform and then go from there. But yeah, for now, this is kind of my strat. Some of the videos are doing not bad. So we're gonna see. But I mean, I'm trying to make a catalog of it, like every unit basically fighting some other units. We're gonna have a huge catalog by the time I'm done. You'll be able to search any fight and see what happens. All right, we got the Imperial Elite Cataphracts versus the Valandian Banner Knights. This is the matchup of the night, I think. So let's find out what happens. All right, starting off on the Cataphracts side, we can see the Banner Knights over there. These guys are armed to the teeth, but I'm pretty sure the Banner Knights are also armed to the teeth. These guys are coming at each other fast. Look at this. And boom, lines collide. They're just straight up. They kind of hit each other and blocked each other like a wall, and now it's just fighting. But yeah, it's just armor up the wazoo. They can hit each other like 10 times without dying. It's gonna come out to the bitter end, I think. Look at all these guys. I'm not seeing very many deaths. I am seeing a couple of dismounted horses here and there. But honestly, no clear winner yet. Seeing deaths on both sides. Looks like the Valandians kind of pushed through here in this section, but it looks like the Cataphracts have more on this side. We got some movement on the Banner Knights. Cataphracts coming in, trying to get some kills. Cheeky. Oh, we got a charge over here. Yeah, and these units are just like tanks, so they're kind of stopping each other. It's like a tank ramming another tank. You're not moving very quick. This elite Cataphract taking it to the chin. He's trying to fight him off. Wow. These units are very even. Oh, and the Cataphracts are running. So the Banner Knights won that one, 116 to 167. So that's pretty close. Not insanely close. The Banner Knights definitely pulled out on top there, but we're gonna do a round 2 just to make sure that it wasn't a fluke. You know, sometimes they can get ahead early and just off of luck, and it ends up affecting the whole match. All right, Cataphracts coming in. Banner Knights, let's take the Banner Knights side this time. See what happens. Damn. They're trying to get some stabbing in on each other. Sword fighting. Basically just imagine sword fighting but sitting down. That's what's going on here. Everybody's heavily armored up the wazoo. Very interesting fight. Lots of horses running off. I think the Cataphracts are kind of cleaning up on this portion of the field. They have more units down here. But the Banner Knights probably have it elsewhere? Or maybe not. I'm having a tough time finding all the Banner Knights. Seems like the Cataphracts are more numerous at this point. Are the cataphracts running? Oh no, the cataphracts won. So yeah, that time the Vlandian Banner Knights lost. Cataphracts 181 to 95. That's an even bigger gap in the opposite direction. Very interesting. So we're going into a round 3 tiebreaker on this one. Crazy. Alright, let's see how it goes. Cataphracts starting off. Ooh, the Banner Knights actually have the hill, so they're going to be coming down at a little bit higher velocity. We'll see if that has an effect. And here comes the Banner Knights. Damn. Good hits, good hits. Our Cataphract survived that initial charge. We're going to follow the Cataphract around. See what's happening up close. It's just trying to stab him. Oh, here we got some fighting. It's a 2v1 scenario. Oh, got some backup. They're having a tough time swinging it. It's so packed. They're hitting each other. Blocking each other's shots. Oh, right in the noggin that time. And our guys died. Cataphracts look like they're cleaning up a bit. Is there a portion of the map that has more Banner Knights? Maybe over here. Yeah, the Banner Knights have it. Banner Knights are strong on this side. Seeing a lot more Banner Knights on this side and a lot more Cataphracts on this side. But I think I'm seeing more Cataphracts than Bannerlords at this point. You got this guy in the back just stabbing at them. They don't even realize he's here. It's coming down to the line on this one. Looks like a bunch of the knights seem to be possibly retreating. No, they're turning around though. I don't know what's going on out here. I think they're just fighting off some of the stragglers. Still lots of Cataphracts in here though. Oh, that Cataphract just ate it. This Cataphract just ate it. Oh, Cataphracts might be getting cleaned up here, guys. Wow. What a fight. Seems like the Banner Knights are coming out on top, though. 2-1. We still got fighting, though. Or are they just straight up retreating? And yeah, it seems like that's it. Final Cataphract. Let's see if he can even get out. And he's out. Oh, this Cataphract's still fighting. Let's see how long he lasts. Not very. Oh, he's on the ground. He's still alive, and that's it. What a match. 162 to 182. Wow. They only won by 20 that time. And that 20 ran away. That's crazy. Alright, Vlandian Banner Knights squeak by on that one. Very close fight. You're gonna go to steakhouse, order a steak, and make it rare as you legally make it, if not uncooked. That's crazy. Uploading a whole ass 10+ hour video of all the fights combined. Should I do that, Adam? at the end. Just combine like everything. Or I could do like all cavalry fights, all infantry fights, all archer fights. I could do like mashups, like top 10, whatever. You'll see. I'll have lots of footage by the end of it. I'm just gonna grab some water and I'll be right back. I'm hoping that we can finish off this section of the round tonight. So we're through round 2, and then the matchups will start getting more interesting because it'll be people that won versus other people that won in the first round, round 2, and people that lost against other losers. Here be. Nice Deadpool plush. Thanks. All right. Now we have the Imperial Elite I can't even say this. Menavliatons or something like that versus Vlandian Billman. So, sorry, Imperial Elite Imperial Elite Menavliaton, yeah. So they're like a wicked spearman. Versus the Vlandian Billman. Let's just go through all of them. Billman. So, yeah, we got like a long spearman versus like a short billhook kind of guy. Should be an interesting fight as well. Let's see who wins. Did we get a crash or something? Why is this taking so long? Thinking it might have crashed. Rough. Yeah, let's kill the task manager. Where even is it? It's not even showing up. Oh yeah, the window definitely popped up. Not exactly, Adam, because it's a Swiss style tournament. So round 2 will take the same amount of time as round 1. So if this took like 3 streams, then this will be 3. So like let's say we end tonight at 3 streams. So this is 3, so 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 streams. And if I'm uploading 3 videos of these a day, I already did the math. It's gonna take like 280 days to upload them all. I already have like from the first stream I cut them all up, and I already have it scheduled out till like Tuesday. Yeah, but I'm getting out 3 videos a day, right? And they're all similar. So my thought process is that yeah, nearly a year of content. My thought process is that people, you know, they want to see one fight or another, they can just look it up and they'll get recommended all my fights. And if they want to watch fights, like I'm sure there's people on here that want to watch fights. Trying to corner that market, you know? But at least this way, then I'll have a baseline content and I can just stream. We can stream whatever and make other videos intermittently, but I'll always have like a couple of battle videos coming out every day. All right, let's go back into that and find. Oh, they are still here. So yeah, Imperial Elite Men of Leotons versus Landian Billman. Let's hope this this fight actually works. And we made it. Yay. No crash this time. Alright. These guys are running really slow. They must be pretty heavily armored. Curious to see if their long pointy stick kind of beats the other guys, the bill hook. No, we just counted. It should take like 21 streams. And we're already done. Yeah, 21 more streams. Should be it, Adam. But I'm not going to do them all at once. I'm going to try to finish this round, and then we'll do some other stuff for a couple days, and then whenever I'm getting like, you know, I want to do another batch, I can do another stream of it. No, 21 streams for, it took about 3 for this round, right? We should finish this tonight. I'm hoping we do. Holy, why are they going the other way? Yeah, we march in. Let's go find out what these guys are doing. They're like leaving. Why are they leaving? Beautiful map, by the way. Look at this river. Wow. Alright. Look at these guys. They're like, yeah, we're gonna make them walk even farther with their heavy ass armor. And then we're gonna fight them while looking badass on this hill. These guys look like you know, like those karate movies or like martial arts movies from like the 80s. These guys look like the bad guys from one of those or something. They're just like all like heavily disciplined, like ready to go. They're just holding their bill hook. Oh, the men of Leotons are almost here. They just have to trudge through this river now. Slowly trudge through this river. Let's see if they can actually I feel like if this is a quick battle, it's gonna be embarrassing for one side or the other. Yeah, Adam, if you're reverse parking, you just gotta use your mirrors, man. That's the trick. You watch your mirrors. You can also, like, a lot of the cars now, they have like you can electric like tilt it down so that you can see like the lines and stuff. But yeah, the mirrors are the important bit. All right, we changed formation last second. Decided that we want a little bit tighter of a formation. Let's see how this fight goes. And oh, they're rushing. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Crazy fight. Looks like the men of Leotons are getting messed up. The Vlandy and Billman are oh, maybe not though. Okay, it's kind of the middle split. Pretty even groups on each side. Oh, the men of Leotons kind of taking the lead here, I think. But oh, it's hard to tell, man. Yeah, men of Leotons kind of took a little bit of lead. Some of them running away, and yeah, the men of Leotons took that fight for sure. Yeah, that's 188 to 189 to 165. What a close match. With the men of Leotons winning in that one. So we'll do round 2. If men of Leotons win this round, then they'll have the point. But I'm hoping that the Vlandy and Billman don't retreat this time. They just hold position or move up. And it looks like, yeah, they're actually doing it this time, so it shouldn't take as long for them to cross the field this time. Let's hope. These guys look pretty badass, though. Quite the cool weapon, too. Very unique. I feel like these kind of weapons were more meant for, like, pulling cavalry off of horses, like, or men off of horses. Yeah, Adam, don't rely on the camera. Definitely only rely on the mirrors. The camera gives you a weird perspective. You won't even be able to reverse in any other cars if you rely on the camera. But if you use mirrors, you can reverse in any vehicle. And we got the initial fight. Men of Leoton's definitely taking on the flanks. This flank's looking a little risky though. Looks like the Billmen are kind of taking this one, but it's very close. Let's go check on the main fight. Man, it's down to the wire. Looks like even amounts for each side. Men of Leoton maybe taking the lead. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the Men of Leotons squeaked by again. Won that second round. We're cutting the tree down. And that's the fight. Good job to the Men of Leotons. 188 to 173. Again, a very close match both times. But yeah, we're going to give them that point. Where's my spreadsheet? The elite Men of Leotons. I don't know if I'm taking that spell or saying that right. Somebody's probably going to comment someday being like, you are butchering that. But either way. Next up, Imperial Equites versus Valandian Champions. Equites. Imperial Equite. Classic spear troop on horseback versus the Valandian Champions. I forget what these guys are. Whoa. Yeah, these guys are kitted out. I'm butchering that, Adam? Yeah, you wouldn't know. Okay. Got the Imperial Equites. Much less armored, but they do look cool. Especially like the little flags on the spears. If anybody knows the actual name of those, let me know. But yeah, they're pretty cool. But yeah, the Valandian Champions are coming in hot. And let's see. Not a huge initial charge either way. Kind of looks like the Valandians are pushing through a little harder though. I'm seeing the Equites kind of moving back, getting pushed back. Oh, we got a charge from the back, charge from the rear. Good on them, good on them. It doesn't do much though because the horses, it's hard to move horses with another horse, especially with this amount of weight and armor. Yeah, the Equites are definitely taking the most losses here. I don't know if I see any Valandian Champions horses. Oh, there's one loose, two loose. So there's a couple. It's not a completely one-sided fight, but it's pretty close. And the Equites look like they're falling back. Pretty sure it's a full retreat at this point. And yeah, 7 to 158. That's crazy. That's a crazy pairing. Valandian Champions taking the win there. All right, next up we have Imperial Heavy Horsemen versus Valandian Crossbowmen. Imperial Heavy Horsemen. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And Valandian Crossbowmen. I think it's just regular crossbowmen. Yeah, so they don't have the shield or anything like that. But yeah, Imperial Heavy Horsemen versus Valandian Crossbowmen. Let's see how this plays out. Alright, off the bat, we got the Heavy Horsemen coming in Look at these. Look at these lances. Wow. They're very long. I feel like this charge is going to be tough on the crossbowmen. Crossbowmen aren't even firing in any bolts yet. Let's see if their initial volley happens now. Some good hits, but I don't think it'll be enough. And yeah, the cavalry are cutting right through the lines here. There are some cav going down though, for sure. But the time it takes for the crossbowmen to load the bolts, I think that they're at a heavy disadvantage here. Well, they're getting all shots here and there. Very interesting. The crossbowmen are actually holding their ground pretty well, actually. They might actually pull this victory. I'm seeing a lot of horses without riders. And that looks like it's actually it. Wow. Oh, that guy's going flying. See you later, buddy. And the crossbowmen win by 160 to 38. Wow. Okay. I was totally wrong on my guess on that one. Landing crossbowmen for the win there. Imperial infantrymen versus Valandian footmen. This seems like a straight infantry fight. Imperial, it wasn't trained, it was just regular, right? Infantrymen. Imperial infantrymen versus Valandian footmen. Alright, yeah, this is a pretty straight fight. Let's see what happens here. Alright, we got the infantrymen coming in. Infantrymen versus footmen. Let's see how this goes. I don't even see the footmen. They must be over that the crest of that hill. These guys all look new. They're fresh, you know. Whole future's ahead of them. They just gotta win this fight. Coming up the hill. I'm thinking that the footmen are probably just over this hill. If not, they've pulled back. We're gonna try to climb this rock face, and oh, we can't get over. Oh yeah, they pulled back a bit, so we got a little bit more ground to cover here. Beautiful spot though, gotta say. All right, closing the gap. Let's see what the footmen are up to. Footmen have decided to form up real tight. Kind of a shield wall position. It might be shield wall. Let's see how this initial skirmish goes. Now the footmen or the infantrymen are definitely gonna wrap around this formation. It's gonna be a two front battle for sure. Looks like the infantrymen are taking the lead a bit. They won that center section and went to support their flanks. Footmen seem like they're going to win on this flank and then go support their other flank. But the other flank might not even need the support. Wow. Yeah, the footmen definitely are pulling ahead here. That seems like it's a straight win for the footmen. Although there's a lot of death, a lot of carnage here with bodies. And that's 151 to 178. Very close round, so we're going to have to do a tiebreaker. The footmen, Vlandian footmen won that first round. So let's go into a second round here. Footmen just need this one to win it. Let's go to their side this time. Hopefully they don't pull back. Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to push to this hill. Coming up the hill. Yeah, neither side has view of the other at this point. Gonna crest the hill and we'll see how far the infantrymen have come. Should be getting pretty close. Let's zoom up. Yeah, so it's pretty much gonna be a fight for the top of this hill, with the footmen having the time advantage here. They're gonna be closer to it. And again, we've got a tighter formation on this side and a looser formation on that side. Let's see how it plays out. Flanks pulling back, not assisting is interesting. It's kind of wrapping around now. But yeah, the footmen are holding strong here. And it looks like the infantrymen are actually, I don't know what they're doing over here. They're like trying to pull back, can't get away. They're just they're losing more men because they're not putting all their force towards the enemy. So they're getting separated. Numbers advantage. And Vlandian footmen won that flank for sure, and yeah, looks like they won this flank too. That's 2 points to the Vlandian footmen, so they win. That was 98 to 177, a lot more definitive that time. So we'll give that point to them. Vlandian footmen. Alright, next up, Imperial Legionaries versus Vlandian Gallants. Imperial Legionaries. These are nice troops. They're like the cataphracts, just on foot. Versus Vlandian Gallant. I don't remember which one the Gallant is. Maybe it's Gallant. Am I seeing? It's probably Gallant. I don't know if it's Gallant or Gallant, but I'm just gonna say how I'm saying it. Somebody could get mad later. Alright, yeah, Vlandian Gallant versus Imperial Legionary. Let's go. Let's see how this goes. Alright, we got the Legionaries. Nice troops. Beautiful troops. Look at these guys. All their facial hair is on fleek, you know? Definitely necessary. You got those pointy cone hats. They kind of look like, I don't know, like a doorknob or something, you know? Like that old kind of interesting metalwork. Oh, we've already got the Gallants here, the Gallants. And they push through. Immediate push through on the Legionaries. Legionaries are holding pretty strong though. I'm not seeing any dead bodies really. Seems like we've pulled off one of the Gallants off the horses, but here's the second charge. They're pushing, they're pushing. This might actually be a close fight as well. Couple kills here and there, but nothing definitive yet. It seems like the straggler Gallants are getting pulled off their horses and killed. But yeah, I'm seeing more Gallant bodies actually. The Legionaries are definitely holding a tighter stance here, pulling off the horsemen when they can. I think that might get them the victory. I'm not really seeing any dead Legionaries. They're just a tanky unit, so these gallants can't get the kill initially. Oh, I am seeing there's at least one dead Legionary. Yeah, these gallants are just getting taken off their horses quicker than they can kill any Legionaries. Doesn't help that the Legionaries have a decent spear as well. Still quite a few gallants left, but it seems like hardly any Legionaries have gone down. When I look down, I don't see very many Legionaries on the ground. I see one there, one in a blue moon, but looks like the gallants ran. That's 159 to 15, yeah. So the Imperial Legionaries definitely take that win. All right, next up we have the Imperial Men of Leotons again, but they're not the elite ones. They're just the regular ones versus the Vlandian hardened crossbowmen. Men of Leotons. We got these guys versus the hardened crossbowmen. Hardened crossbowmen. Yeah, so these guys. It'd be interesting to see because it's a footmen. So the Imperial Men of Leotons are going to have to cross the entire battlefield in order to take out the hardened crossbowmen. So let's see how this fight goes. All right, we got the Men of Leotons. I'm going to take their side this time and see how close they can get to the crossbowmen before, taking fire. They're lucky it's not a wide open map, so there are some trees and whatnot providing cover so that they can get a little closer, but we'll see where the crossbowmen post up. That'll probably have a huge impact on how the battle plays out. Here we are coming through the forest. I'm thinking I'm seeing some of the units, yeah, over there, some of the crossbowmen, and it looks like they're taking aim. Yeah, I'm hearing some bolts hit. Let's see how much how close we can get. They are moving up towards us as they fire, which is interesting. I think they'd want to hang back and get more bolts in, but the AI plays weirdly sometimes. They're kind of doing a fire and move maneuver. And we are getting close. Oh, and the guy we were following died. Let's see. Yeah, they're finally hitting the line, but a lot of them are littering the field right now. Let's see how the rest of the battle plays out here. Men of Leotons are definitely getting kills in the melee phase of the fight. None of the crossbowmen are really getting many shots off at this point. Some of them here and there on the edges. And it looks like the crossbowmen are going to come out on top over here. But it's a pretty tight fight. They just have a little bit of a numbers advantage. Oh, interestingly, it looks like they've actually turned tail and starting running. So the Men of Leotons are... yeah, they pulled ahead there. Let's see the results. 189 to 156. Wow. So that's not very far off. And the terrain might have played a huge part in that. So let's see. Do another spin on the the terrain wheel and see if they win a second time. This map's a little more open, not too open. Yeah, it's kind of similar to the last map, but we'll see where are these guys? Oh, they're there. Yeah, okay, they're getting a little bit of a hill here, it looks like. Let's go from their perspective this time. Yeah, it looks like they might have a better angle of approach this time. Because last time I think they didn't see the enemy until they were a lot closer. Although the tree coverage is definitely going to help the Men of Leotons again this time. Let's see. Alright, we're starting to fire. Interestingly, they kind of blocked each other. If they did a loose formation, they'd actually probably do a lot better. But this is the AI. So we're going based on that. Just pure AI, whatever it wants to do. Interestingly, the Men of Leotons are not charging. Okay, they started again. They decided to take a wider stance. So we'll see if that has an impact. And we're getting into the melee phase of the fight. And they kind of won in the center, but the sides are kind of going to be where it's determined. It looks like, yeah, I don't even see that many bodies back there, so the Men of Leotons actually might be able to come out on top here. See, it looks like the crossbowmen have a numbers advantage, but again, I think they just get whittled down quicker. They're not quite the melee fighters that they need to be to take the win. Actually, nope. Looks like a lot of the Men of Leotons are actually running this time. Oh no, it's kind of both. Some are running, but the elite crossbowmen that are left, there's not many left. Looks like they're mostly running. Yeah. So that's 185 to 174. Wow, very, very close. But yeah, I feel like if the map was different, then the crossbowmen might have even pulled ahead. But no, for these two rounds, it was the Imperial Men of Leotons. So we will give them that win. All right, Imperial Palatine Guard versus Vlandian Infantry. I feel like the Palatine Guards are going to do well, but Imperial Palatine Guard. Wait. What are they? Okay, they're archers. Palatine Guard. There we go. So they're like top-end archers. And they're against Vlandian Infantry. Just straight Vlandian Infantry. So we'll see. Archers versus regular infantry. Let's find out. Interesting map. We got some clearings and whatnot. This would be fun to play on. If you could control that, you can definitely put archers in the trees and stuff and get your cav out in the open. Let's see these Palatine Guards. Looks like the infantry... Yeah, they are coming this way. Palatine Guards are going to have an advantage here because the infantry are going to be in the open when the Palatine Guards start spotting them. But there is a bit of a hill here in the way. Okay, interestingly they're stopping and they're just forming a line. It is a loose formation, so the Palatine Guards aren't going to have a huge advantage here on the bows. For some reason, they're not shooting yet, though. Which, I'm not sure why they wouldn't. Are you guys going to shoot? They're stopping to shoot. And they're loose now. Okay, they got a shield formation up. Let's see how it looks on this side. Yeah, the shield formation is holding. I'm not seeing very many hits on the infantry. Some here and there I hear, but mostly arrows hitting shields. Yeah, I'm wondering when we're going to start seeing the shields break, because this is a crazy amount of arrows hitting these shields. They're just getting rained on right now. And they're not even moving. They're not even worried about it. They're like, we'll take 48 arrows each. No problem. Wow, these shields are going to start breaking, I feel. They can't take that much more, can they? Damn. I think I see like the one guy died, but other than that, this shield wall is definitely holding. I feel like the arrows are going to become a wall of their own at this point. Oh, we're starting to move up. Okay. Oh, no. They can't decide if they want to move up or not, but really, for the amount of arrows we've expended into these troops, they haven't really taken that many losses. I mean, there's some back there that have died, but now as they approach, they're going to be getting hit from wider and wider angles, and some of those arrows actually might start hitting them more. Let's see. Alright. They actually cleared a lot of ground there. They're starting to charge. Now the thing is some of these guys on the side are still going to be able to shoot into the crowd here, and I feel like that's going to be what does them in. Not to mention the amount of arrows already in their shields and bodies. But they did manage to split the Palatine Guard line, so we're going to be watching here as they approach. But yeah, they're definitely getting cut down. The Men of Leotons, I think, are going to take the loss here. So now some of them are running. Yeah, they're getting eaten up now. Gotta hand it to them though. They really stood there and took like 9,000 arrows to the shields. Good for them. But yeah, that's a pretty definitive fight. That's 199 to 67. Wow. So it was the Valandian infantry. I kept calling them the Men of Leotons, but whatever. You know what I meant. 200 to 67 Palatine Guards. Alright, Imperial Recruit versus Valandian Knight. Imperial Recruit probably does not stand a chance here, but wow, he's just got like a pickaxe, or sorry, not a pickaxe, a pitchfork. And they're up against the Valandian Knights, which is just unfortunate for them, I think. Because look at these guys. Yeah, so Imperial Recruit against Valandian Knights. Let's see what happens. I'm cheering for the Valandian Recruits, but I just don't know if it'll happen for them. They're like fresh off the farm. We got our pitchforks, our scythes. A couple of them have swords. Good for them. Let's see how they do. We got sickles. I don't see the knights yet. Where are the Valandian Knights? I feel like they're going to come in here and just crash through this line. Oh, there they are. And yeah, they're riding up fast. And these guys are about to get absolutely stomped. Ooh. Yeah, they're just trampled. Let's see if our guy survives the initial charge. Looks like we're getting carried away with the horses. Swinging at what we can, but yeah, they're just getting clobbered in here. They've survived this long. I'm impressed, to be honest. We're getting some good shots on. Oh, there. All right, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Looks like there's some troops over here, but they're getting run down. Whoever's left is getting run down, it looks like. Oh, we got one Vlandian knight off their horse. Oh, two Vlandian knights off their horse. A couple horses died then. Or they just got knocked off, I guess. Possible. I didn't think that the Imperial recruits would have the knockback effect, but maybe they do. And that's, wow, 22 kills is pretty good for the Imperial recruits, honestly. I gotta hand it to them. But 185 to 22, Vlandian Knights take that win. Next up, Imperial Sergeant Crossbowmen versus Vlandian Levy Crossbowmen. Ooh, interesting. Crossbow v. Crossbow. Imperial Sergeant Crossbowmen. Imperial Sergeant Crossbowmen. So we got these guys. These guys look pretty tough. And they are against the Vlandian Levy Crossbowmen. So let's see those. Levy Crossbowmen. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the Imperial Sergeants are probably going to get this just because they have that armor and they have the shield, but you never know. Sometimes things don't go how you expect them to go. Like if the Levy Crossbowmen start shooting earlier or something, and these guys try to get the up to melee range, but I feel like these guys are definitely in the advantage going into this match. I don't see the Levy Crossbowmen on the field yet. Maybe on the top of that hill. Yeah, okay, there. So they do have a little bit of a terrain advantage, but we'll see if they actually start firing quick enough to actually take advantage of that advantage they have. And they're starting to shoot. And they're shooting before these guys, Imperial Sergeant Crossbowmen aren't even firing back for whatever reason. Oh, there, they're starting to fire back. Okay, we got two firing lines. Let's go see what's going on their side. Here's the Levy Crossbowmen. Looks like, yeah, they're taking more hits on this side. But I am seeing some of them die over on that side too. Yeah, they're getting cut down. Let's see the lines. Just bolts flying back and forth. But yeah, definitely more death on the Levy Crossbowman side. I think it's only a matter of time before these lines break. And there it is. They're trying to run whichever way they can. But yeah, they're just getting picked apart. Wow, that guy got knocked off his feet. Is this guy gonna make it? Oh, no. That's a bolt. Alright, 194 to 39. Not bad for the Levy Crossbowmen, but yeah, the Imperial Sergeant Crossbowmen win that fight. So we'll give that to them. Next up, Imperial Trained Archers versus Vlandian Light Cavalry. Imperial Trained Archers. Trained Archers versus the Light Cav. Vlandian Light Cav, right? Yeah, Vlandian Light Cav. So yeah, I think it's pretty interesting matchup. Obviously, I always think cavalry is going to take it, but sometimes the trained archers or the archers in general just they just win against the cav, which is kind of not what you'd expect at all traditionally. Yeah, we got the archers coming down the hill. It's pretty wide open for them. There is a little bit of terrain here and there that they're gonna have to avoid, but yeah, for the most part, they'll have a clean shot on anybody they want to take a shot at. Here come the cavalry. And they didn't even take any shots at them, interestingly. Yeah, the archers are getting cut down. A couple of them died pretty much off the first charge. Not that many, but enough that I think it's gonna have an impact. The Cavs turning around, doing a second charge. We're finally firing arrows. The Imperial trained archers are. But yeah, I don't think it's enough. Every pass through, it seems like a couple of archers die. And I'm not seeing very many loose horses yet or anything. Never know though, some arrows could hit. Some lucky arrows, you know. A couple of headshots could turn the tide, but those shields are definitely giving the light cav an advantage. Okay. Still lots of each troop, so it's not definitive yet, but looks like the archers are dwindling more and more every pass. Here come another charge. And yeah, the guy we were following died. Looks like that whole middle section pretty much collapsed. Still lots of archers though. It's not a complete loss yet. I just don't see very many light cavalry dying at all. There's another charge. Yeah, you can see there's starting to be a numbers advantage for the cavalry as they pass through. It's like a 2-to-1 advantage. Got some infantry coming through here, cut through the archers. That fell off their horses. And here comes another charge. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Looks like there's not very many more. The archers are scattering. Running for the trees. And the cav looks like they're going to clean up. It's a good match. It's a good match. Let's check the score. 27 to 180 plus. So Valandian Light Cav win that fight. Next up, Imperial Trained Infantry versus Valandian Pikemen. Trained Infantry. Imperial Trained Infantry men, I'm going to assume. Yeah, versus Valandian Pikemen. Pikemen. So yeah, these pikemen versus these trained infantrymen. Let's see what happens. It'd be an interesting fight, melee unit versus melee unit. See what comes out on top here. Starting off with the trained infantrymen. They do have their javelins that they could throw, so that could definitely, if they throw those javelins at a nice point in the battle before the pikemen even get to you, then chances are they might pull ahead. They also have a shield, and I'm not sure, do the pikemen have a shield? No, they just have the pikes. So yeah, I'm thinking these guys might actually, oh, and if these guys get this height advantage, I'm not sure, I don't think they're going to get there in time, but it looked like almost like they were going to get that height advantage for a second. That would have sucked for the pikemen. Alright, they're coming up over the hill. And they're deciding not to throw their javelins. Oh, wow. Pikemen are pretty strong, actually. That initial clash looked like the infantrymen took the brunt of that. Yeah, so they've completely collapsed the middle of the line. The pikemen are pushing back the infantrymen. This flank's completely collapsed, it looks like. Yeah, the infantrymen are losing on this flank. These guys are probably going to go support the remainder of the battle, and it looks like the infantrymen are just about done for. And that's a wrap. GG. Couple of trained infantrymen running away, but they're all that's left. Is this guy not dead yet? Or not running yet? Is that what's going on? They're closing in on you. They're closing in on you. You better run. You better run. Oh. Oh. And that's the end of him. And oh, there. Yeah, that's the end of that fight. All right, we had 198 to 89, so we're gonna call that mercy roll because that's an over 100 kill difference. Give it to the Vlandian pikemen. Good job, Vlandian pikemen. All right, we got Imperial veteran archers versus Vlandian recruits. Veteran archers. So these are pretty friggin' good archers versus Vlandian recruits, which are bottom of the barrel Vlandian baseline guys. So I think we all know what's gonna happen. All right, starting off with the veteran archers. We got a canyon map this time, which is nice. Not too many of these. Got the recruits over there. Not really doing too much movement. Oh, they're kind of moving towards us. Yeah, let's watch the battle from their perspective. I feel like the archers are gonna come up on one of these hills and just start raining hell on these guys. So let's see what that would look like. Imagine you're a poor farmer in the medieval times, and you know you just got recruited from a local village because you need to take on these archers, and then they pull up on the hill. What do you do? I see they're stopping and looking in awe and waiting for the archers to start shooting at them. Although the archers haven't started shooting, which is interesting. You'd think they'd want to take the height advantage and use it, but it does some really weird stuff sometimes. Like, we're getting really close, way closer than necessary. And then they're pulling back a little. And they're starting to shoot. For some reason, we decided not to charge them while we had an opportunity, and we're just gonna stay here and take the arrows, I guess. Yeah, that's that. Are they even gonna get close to them, or are they just gonna hold the spot? All right, they're moving up, but let's see if they can even get a guy in close. They'd be lucky if they can get one guy at this point. And yeah, there's a little bit of melee. Oh, now they're retreating. Oh. They always second guess themselves. And yeah, there's the match. Pretty much 190, probably 200 to 0. So easy victory for the Imperial veteran archers. All right, next up we have the Imperial veteran infantry versus Vlandian sergeants. Veteran infantry. Imperial veteran infantry versus the Vlandian sergeants. Now these guys look pretty badass. Veteran infantrymen, so they're fairly even, but I think the Vlandian sergeants look a lot more kitted out. So let's see what happens here. Oh, this map's completely flat. Wow. This is pretty much as flat as it gets, I think. Ooh, mountains. Imperial veteran infantrymen coming in. Where are the other guys? Are they over the hill? Yeah, they are. Let's see what they're doing. Oh, they've decided to form Oh, maybe not. I thought they were in shield wall. They kind of look like they're kind of forming shield wall. They're very tight formation. Coming up over this hill, landing sergeants. It's going to be quite the melee fight. Let's try to get a cool line shot. I'm going to guess they're going to collide maybe here. That was close. Gonna be like here. And there's the line. Looks like the Vlandians are holding their ground a little better than the infantrymen. But this flank looks like it might collapse for the Vlandians. Although the Vlandians are coming out and they keep supporting off the back here. So it looks like the infantrymen are actually eating this loss on this side. And it looks like they're also eating the loss on this side. Vlandian sergeants look like they're taking the win here. And yeah, that's it. Vlandian sergeants. And that's 194 to 92, so the Vlandian sergeants pulled quite far ahead on them. So we'll give that straight to them. Alright, next up we have Imperial Vigla recruits versus Vlandian sharpshooters. Imperial Vigla recruits. So they're just straight spearmen versus Vlandian sharpshooters. Now these are the best Vlandian crossbowmen, I think. Yeah, so this is kind of the this is gonna be like a shooting, fish in a barrel kind of match. Let's watch. Let's watch. See what happens. Okay, we got the Vigla recruits. Let's watch from the crossbowmen side, the sharpshooter side. Tight formation, and here we go. Wow, look at that range. I'm not seeing any deaths yet, though. Oh, coming up from the hill. It might actually turn into a melee fight here, but looks like they're trying to form a little bit of a defensive line, but they're just getting pelted. Yeah, these sharpshooters are just pelting them, getting hits here and there. And it is going to turn into a melee skirmish, though. Quite the line. I had seen some of the sharpshooters go down, so it wasn't completely one-sided fight. But yeah, it looks like the Vlandian sharpshooters pulling out on top here. Just a couple of the Vigla recruits left. They're probably not going to be able to escape the crossbow bolts, though. So yeah, 197 to 25. I'm actually impressed that the Vigla recruits got 25 kills. But yeah, we're going to give that straight to the Vlandian sharpshooters. Next up, we have the Jawal Bedouins versus the Vlandian spearmen. We'll put the Vlandian spearmen in right away. Vlandian spearmen. And it was the Jawal Bedouins. Oops. I think they've got to be Jawal. What culture are they? Let me, look at the, wow, Bedouin. So they're like camel riders, but I don't know what line they came from. They're Azurai, clearly, right? Yeah, Jawwol. Bedouin. Okay, there we go. Camel riders. So camel riders versus militia spearmen. Should be an interesting fight. Let's see what happens. Let's see how these camel riders go. Down the hill. And the spearmen are pulling up the hill, which is probably a good move. They're getting a tighter formation. But I don't know if they have enough time. Looks like the Bedouins are gonna crash into their line as they're pulling formation. And yeah, interestingly, they're also throwing a bunch of javelins. I see that now that they have javelins on their back. Yeah, quite a few kills there with that first initial charge. They're hitting them from the rear now. Throwing javelins where they can. It's looking more and more like it's going to be like a slaughter. It's interesting to watch the cavalry, the camel cavalry, and how they react versus regular horse cavalry. These spearmen are actually holding up pretty well, though. They're holding a good line. They are pulling off the Bedouins where they can. And it looks like there's only a few left. The line's getting thinner and thinner. Bedouins are just taking them out as they go. Throwing javelins. And yeah, they're starting to retreat. It's hard to even see them in there amidst all the camels. GG. That's 184 to 30. So Jawwol Bedouins definitely take that match. Give it to them. Next up, Jawwol Camel Riders versus Vlandian Squires. So the Jawwol Bedouins apparently aren't camel riders. So we got the camel riders. They look like the weaker version of the Bedouins versus the Vlandian Squires. Let's pull those out. Squires, I don't know if they're infantry. There they are. Okay, no, so it's gonna be a mounted fight. So let's see how this goes. Okay, we're on the Jawwol Camel Rider side. This is a nice map. I like the shrubbery. Let's see how this initial charge goes. Squires are definitely, well, I don't want to say definitely, but they look like they're a little bit more armed. They have the padded armor. seems like the Jowl Camel Riders are kind of going down a little bit quicker. Yeah, there goes the one we were watching. But again, it's pretty hard to tell if there's more loose camels or more loose horses. Probably more loose camels, just judging on that shot. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot more loose camels. Looks like the Camel Riders are taking more hits. Down he goes. And yeah, it looks like the Camel Riders have been pretty much wiped out. Well, there's quite a few more, but yeah, they're going down pretty quickly. Not very many left. And it looks like they're retreating. Yeah. So that's not a complete definitive win for the Valandian Squires, but that's definitely round one for the Valandian Squires. We'll do another round and see if the Valandian Squires can hold it again. Let's go from their perspective this time. Very similar map, but there's a little bit more water around. This map's beautiful. Why don't I get maps like this in game? Never where I'm fighting. And yeah, that initial clash. Not seeing any definitive win yet off of that, but I'm assuming it's going to go slowly towards the Valandian Squires again, just based on how it went last time. Although I just watched a Squire drop. A couple Squires are dropping over here. They're kind of pushing through the middle here, it looks like. Squire went down there. Bedouin's getting hurt, or Camel Rider, sorry. This map, or sorry, this match seems a little bit tighter so far. Like, I still can't tell exactly who's winning. Although it's probably the Squires. And yeah, looks like the Squires are taking it. That's it. Yeah, the Camel Riders are retreating. It hasn't called the match yet, though. There must be one more fighting somewhere. And that's the match. So that's 2 for the Valandian Squires, 174 to 158. Again, it's pretty close, but the Valandian Squires squeaked by both times. Okay. And finally, we are on our last row. Last 4 matches of round 1. Crazy. It's been a crazy time. That'll bring us 12.5% through our entire journey of finding out all the units, how they rank up against each other. Hey Gray, Peak is such a peak game. Was playing it for the past while until I just got off. Yeah, Peak is very fun. Were you playing with people or just on your own? Why is your friend annoying, Adam? Alright, well, we're gonna jump into Jawa Recruit versus Valandian Swordsman. Jowl Recruit. Is that a thing? Yeah. Oh, they're not they're not even cavalry units. Oh wow, he's got a lot of armor on. We got like a leopard pelt. That's kind of cool. But aside from that, it would be crazy to go in a battle like this against Valandian swordsmen. These guys are pretty kitted, so I'm thinking that they're probably gonna take it. But we'll find out. You never know. Sometimes the unit you don't expect to wins like crazy. Oh yeah, with people, nice, Gray. That's the way to do it. It's so fun. All right, Jowl recruit versus Valandian swordsman. Let's find out how it goes. All right, starting off with the Jowls. Coming up, and we see the Valandian swordsmen. Let's see what they look like on their side. They've interestingly, it looks like they split into 2 units here. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to fight these guys with like literally no shirt, no suit, no shoes, or no service. Now, do the Jowls have the javelins? They do have some javelins. They're deciding not to throw them initially. Looks like most of the Jowls went towards this side, but oh wow, yeah, looks like they're getting chopped up pretty good. Probably the lack of armor, if I had to diagnose it. Oh, there, this guy's. Some of them are heading out. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Jowls. That didn't last very long. There was a couple of Valandian swordsmen killed, but for the most part, it looks like the Jowls took the brunt of that slaughter. Yeah, 175 to 55. 55 is better than I thought they did, so I gotta hand it to them. But yeah, Valandian swordsmen for the win there. Landfall your beloved. Sounds annoying, right? I don't know if that message got through. It didn't get through. Adam, you might have to resend it. But Karakuze Elders versus Valandian Vanguard. Let's get the Valandian Vanguard up right away. Valandian Vanguard. Oh yeah, look at these guys. Totally kitted. And then they're going to be against the Karakuze Elders. Karakuze Elder. What are they? Oh, Karakurgit. They like renamed it. Karakurgit Elder. Karakurgit Elder. How do I get to them though? The heck? What tree are these guys under? Karakurgit. the heck are these guys? I don't understand. Are they bandits or something? Step bandits, maybe? No? Desert? Where do they land? What the heck? I don't know where these guys are. Wait, is this... I think I already... yeah. I don't know. They're not any of the cultures. So I don't even know where to look for these guys. Oh, Karakurga. There's one here. Okay, Karakurga Elder is what we're looking for. Oh, finally. They're just in a random spot. Yeah, that got through. Okay, let me look. He always begs me to play games he likes and then is stubborn when we ask him back. He played this shitty game called Ludifying. He kept begging me and my other friend to play it. We did, and it was absolute shit torture. When I played the game with him, I stayed for an hour despite the suffer just to show my loyalty. But then when he returns the favor, playing the game I want, Depth Splunking, he dies one time on floor 2, saw like 5% of the gameplay, then automatically calls the game boring and quits. Yeah, that is kind of tough. It's whenever it's like, if you're trying to be friends with like people at game, I feel like it's give and take. You gotta play some things they like, and then they play some things you like, and whatever. You're not always gonna be like on the same page of what you want to do at the same time, and that goes for anything. That's not just gaming, but yeah, they probably need to be to learn how to you know, be a little nicer and more what's the word? Like have more compromise. Yeah, that does seem frustrating. Alright, we finally got the Karakurga Elder versus the Vlandian Vanguard. So let's do this fight. These guys are basically like tour goods or something. And we're getting some shots off right away. But yeah, I think these guys, the Vlandian Vanguards, are looking pretty tough. Even if you can get a couple of arrows into them, I think they'd live. A lot of the battles happening over here. Seems pretty locked down. Karakurga's probably getting killed pretty quickly. Yeah, they just can't keep up with the amount of armor. They're riding around doing their horse archer tactics, but I don't think they can really get those kills because the amount of armor these guys are wearing. Like, you'd have to hit them with a lot of arrows before they go down. Still a lot of fighting happening in here. I am seeing some Vlandian Vanguards off their horses. Like a pretty significant amount, actually. So maybe this battle is going differently than I thought, but they still seem like they're winning. Damn, these Karakura elders are actually holding up a lot better than I expected. Oh, horse down. Oh, is he gonna get him? Oh, rip. Okay, we got some Karakura on the ground taking pot shots. This actually seems like it's getting down to the wire. Oh, is the Vanguard running? No, he's just turning around. Oh, and a miss. Horse is taking shots. Karakura is he's on a 4v1 right now. Oh, he's got some backup though. Looks like the Karakura are turning tail. And yeah, that's the end of that. It's 178 to 149. Very tight round. Valenian Vanguard's pulling ahead there. We're going to do a tiebreaker round here. See if that was a fluke or if the Valenian Vanguards actually deserve to move on. Wow, this map's nice. Got that lake. Ocean, I don't know. Very nice though. Very peaceful for now. Yeah, look at all this, oh man. Some beautiful arrow fire into there. See, if the Karakura can actually, like, pull away from as much melee fighting as they can, then they might actually be able to get kills enough to get out of here. Let's follow this guy around for a while. See how he does. Oh, he's getting popped. And oh, I thought he was done for there. Oh, another hit. He must be hurting now. I think, yeah, he's dead now. He's done for. Still a lot of fighting happening in the middle here. Lots of horses of each side kind of running off stray. Does seem like the Valenian Vanguards are pulling ahead, but it's really hard to tell because the Karakura, they're just running around and shooting arrows if they can, so they like to split off a lot more, which is tactically advantageous to them. Ooh, that was a good hit. Let's see. Pretty good maneuvering in between the horses. Seems like there's a lot of little skirmishes happening right now. Not a lot of big decisive battles left. Karakurgit's really holding their ground, though. I gotta hand it to them. Ooh. The Vanguards need to work on their aim, honestly. Can't even hit with the spear. Will he get this guy? It's coming down to it. It's a little fight. Oh. Oh. Coming down to it. And are the Vanguards running? No way. No way they're running. You got a far way to go. Who's left? Is there any Karakurgit left? Oh yeah, there. Man, this really came down to a few guys. Oh, that's looking like it's pretty much it for the Karakurgit. So yeah, that's 2 rounds for the Vlandian Vanguards. They won that 190 to 117 that time, so it was a pretty more definitive win. Sorry, I'm gonna read back. But I stayed in his game for an hour. Then he calls this boring after 2 minutes of gameplay. Didn't even give it that much time. Even I thought his game was boring, and I stayed anyway to give it a chance. Even my other friend who suffered through the game with me is with me on the same take. It doesn't hurt to try a game that someone likes, but if they can't even return the favor properly, that's just stupid. Yeah. 2 a.m. always kicks the hardest. Yeah. Always super tired no matter what. What do you call a scientist that's also a very professional gamer? Yeah, what? I want to know. What do you call it? All right, Karakuzate Nomad versus Vlandian Vulgir. Okay, Karakurgit Nomad. At least we found where they were hiding. The Karakurgits. Okay, these guys are pretty low-end troops versus the Vlandian Vulgirs, which I believe are a pretty high-end troop, but they're not on horseback, so it'll be very interesting to see how this pans out. Let's go. Alright, we got the Karakurgit Nomads. Let's see how they do. Bill Nitro. That's very clever, Adam. Alright, let's see how they fare. Are they going to use the actual horse archer tactics, or are they going to run in there and get killed? Yeah, we got a little bit of a melee off the bat. See, I feel like these Vulgirs are meant to kill the horsemen. Yeah, and look at that. Wow. Wow. And are they retreating? Holy. And I'm squished. Damn it. Wow, 200 or 24 to 0. Let's give it another go just in case that was a fluke, but holy. They ran away right off the bat. That is a wrecking ball. It happened. What are you talking about, Adam? It literally happened on my screen. Alright, let's see again. Let's watch from this side this time. Couple axes. This guy's just throwing axes for fun now. Damn. Yeah, lots of kills off the bat. And yeah, it just makes the nomads panic. Wow. Yeah, they ran immediately again. So the Vlandian Vulgirs are the better unit. It didn't happen for you? Yeah, no, it definitely happened. I think the stream was mega delayed for me, and I reset it by pausing and unpausing, but missed the reward in process. Oh, maybe. Yeah, you might have. Here, do you want it? I'll do it again for you, just for you. Let me see, Wrecking Ball. All right, this is for you. I squished again. Oh, I got squished. Damn it. That's basically what I did. Watch this. Oh no. Nope. Nope. Oh, I missed it. Anyways, the last final round or final battle of round 1. It's been 89 battles, guys. This is crazy. Some of them last over 10 minutes. Some of them over 15 minutes. So the fact that we're at 89 is crazy. But this is the final battle of round 1, and I'm very excited to do it. Karakuze Riders versus Young Wolf. Is Young Wolf even a thing? I'm gonna be mad if it's like not even a thing. Karakuze Riders. Kurgit Riders versus the Young Wolf. Is it? Let's look it up. I feel like it is though. I've seen them. Young Wolf, yeah. Yeah, let's find them. They're definitely let's go all infantry soldier. They're an infantry soldier, right? Oh no, they're a archer. Young Wolf. There they are. All right, looking pretty spiffy. At least they kind of have a shirt. You know, that probably protects them. But yeah, Kurgit Riders versus Young Wolves. Final matchup of round 1. Let's find out what happens. Okay, we got the Riders coming in. Got the Young Wolves over there. Interesting match. Nice little lake, actually. I would love to go for a swim in there. That'd be nice. Wow. That initial hit by the Riders is nice. It's kind of bow troop versus bow troop, but one's on a horse. Got some melee fighting in here. The Young Wolves are definitely stronger melee fighters, I think. But I think the Riders they're getting almost pretty much a full encirclement at this point, and they're just picking off a lot of the Young Wolves. Let's see from this perspective. Yeah, lots of shooting happening, lots of deaths in here. Seems like the Young Wolves are getting whittled down pretty quickly. Oh yeah. Yeah, they're dying left and right, man.
Oh, gee.
It's only a handful of them left at this point, it looks like. And it looks like they're starting to retreat. Getting picked off by the Riders. And that's it. That's the fight. Here's the aftermath. Beautiful view. But yeah, 193 to 44. So that's a definitive win for the Karakirkit Riders. And that sums up our final battle. Wow. 89 fights. Look at that. But on that note, guys, I appreciate everybody who came by tonight. And I think we'll probably put a pause on these. Oh, here's the next lineup if you guys want a sneak peek. Here's all the next fights. we're gonna be at 178 by the end of that. Holy, that's crazy. Wow, yeah, there's some good matchups in here. Huh. But yeah, outside of that, I appreciate everybody who came by to the streams tonight. If you're not already subbed or following and you're sitting there lurking or something and you want to, you might want to hit that sub button or, hit that follow button. Other than that, I will be back, not tomorrow night, but Sunday night. So you got the same ad 3 times in a row, Adam? That's crazy. But yeah, other than that, I'll be back Sunday night. So I appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Oh, my camera's over here. Bye.
We were on a break!
They were on a break. Or were they? I don't know. I've never